really good matchup.
Yeah, we got Steelers and Ravens, NFC North. You have a theory that the Steelers could still potentially sneak in and get that winning record.
Yeah,
Keep Mike Tomlin's immaculate, never had a losing season record alive. And then the Ravens still don't know the status of Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson most likely is not playing in this game. So in Baltimore, Steelers, Ravens, two tough defenses. They have the over-under of 36. Absolutely the under. It seems like the Ravens are always in the under these days.
Yeah.
With their offense super clunky.
Defense really good.
Yeah. And last game was 16-14. Really gritty, ugly game. And I see the same. I mean, Steelers offense, their run game has been a struggle. Their passing game has been a struggle. Just moving the ball on offense has been a struggle. But with TJ Watt, their defense making plays, I think I'm going to take the Steelers in this game. Ravens already have a spot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they do.
They've already clinched. So it's not that they don't have pressure necessarily, but I think they both know that they're going to be the 5 seed. So less pressure for them. As far as the Steelers, it's like what they're really playing for is Mike Tomlin's winning record thing.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing just for his winning record thing because I think they have a legitimate shot to win the playoffs. The Jets are going to Seattle. Miami and New England are playing each other. So one of them's going to lose that game, and Pittsburgh is tied right now if Miami loses that game. So if all of those teams go 1-1 and the Steelers go 2-0, they'll be able to slide into that last playoff spot. And then you have Baltimore, which is going to be a really tough game, but I think you'll be able to pull it out. TJ Watt's going to be enough to win you that game, and then just Kenny Pickett has to limit the turnovers, rely on Pat Freiermuth, Najee Harris in the running game, and then George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, just get them the ball, let them make plays in space. Ravens offense don't have too much faith in, especially with the Steelers defense and how well they've been playing so far. It's going to be a gritty game like it was versus Oakland, but Pittsburgh versus Baltimore, this is what you play for at the end of the year. So I think the Steelers are going to be able to pull it out, and then they have Cleveland the next week. You have a real shot to make the playoffs. So I think the Steelers know that. Ravens, like you said, they're going to be the 5th seed. They know that. It's time to start limiting some snaps for your defensive players. You have Roquan Smith. Let him roam around, do whatever he needs to do, but you can start resting Marlon Humphrey, Patrick Queen, all those guys, getting him healthy for the playoffs. Steelers have to win this game on Sunday Night Football. So I'm going to go with Mike Tomlin. He's going to keep his winning record intact, and I think the Steelers are going to end up finishing the season 9-8.
Interesting to see. I don't know if the Steelers are good enough to be 9-8. I just don't think their offense is good enough. I think they'll lose one of those games.
Cleveland, like if you beat Baltimore, you have to beat Cleveland.
Well, they own Cleveland, so that's a good take.
Yeah.
Really, it's this game.
Yeah.
If they win this game, then I'll feel confident because I think they can beat the Browns because,
it's Cleveland.
Cleveland and the Steelers is like the Chiefs and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Like the Chiefs own the Raiders.
Although I have seen some really bad Steelers games where they could have made the playoffs and then Ben Roethlisberger throws an awful pick versus the Bengals or the Browns and you lose the last game of the season to make the playoffs. So it's possible under a Mike Tomlin-led team, but I feel like that winning record's very important to him. This just is kind of a meaningless game for Baltimore, so they don't have as much to play for except for the bragging rights that we knocked out the division rival in the playoffs. So if they win this game, virtually impossible for this. I think, that would eliminate the Steelers from the playoffs. So something the Ravens have to play for. But the Steelers, TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year last year. We've seen the difference he's made with that team this year. I feel like just with how bad the Ravens offense, it's equally as bad as the Steelers offense. So we're just going to see a 9-6 game.
Literally, it could be the exact same score as last game, and I wouldn't be surprised. 16-14.
Justin Tucker's probably going to try a 70-yard field goal.
If that's going to get points on the board, why not?
Yeah.